This is Brad Mantell, coach of the Baltimore Mad Cows. You are watching the MFL Network.
Coming to a close, but that can only mean one thing: the start of the MFL season. I'm Hump Bumgardner, and this is a special edition of the Tuesday Evening Quarterback live from Monomoskoy Island.
Welcome to the NFL Kickoff.
Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm Hump Bumgardner, coming to you live from the Hump Studios. This is where the magic happens, baby. And we're here today for a little special MFL Kickoff Preview Show. Now, the draft and the start of the season is just days away, and the MFL season is about to kick off with another wild and wacky, mutated, magnificent season of fantastical fantasy football. And you know, Hump Bumgardner going to be with you every step of the way to cover all the dadgum action. Well, it's been a long off-season, I'll tell you. The Humper, he's not too big of a fan of the spring and the summer because there ain't no football, and the Humper loves football, so he's glad that the summer's coming to an end. Happy Labor Day, everybody, and we're about to kick off the season. Well, over the off-season, Humper was able to catch up with some of the MFL's coaches to find out what they were thinking about the upcoming season. We're going to have a look at that just here in a few. Now, let me tell you this. In the draft, we got some big doings going on. We got old Coach Cal and the Steel Addicts picking number 1. We're going to talk to Coach Cal, find out what he's planning on doing with that number 1 overall pick. We'll see if the Humper can push the right buttons and get some good information out of him. We'll also be speaking to Coach Mad Cow of the Baltimore Mad Cows. Now, Coach Mad Cow is always good for some entertaining type of information, and we're going to be seeing if we can extract that from old Coach Mad Cow. Well, just some quick thoughts on the draft before we kick this show off. I gotta feel bad for Coach Bobby D. Now, ever since the MFL switched around their draft rules and went to a completely randomized, non-contesticized draft order, old Coach Bobby D's been picking last number 12 2 years in a row. Now that's just dadgum bum humping luck, I'll tell you right there. Old Coach Bobby D, though, he was successful last year picking out of that bottom spot, and I think he'll be able to do it again. Now I got a little sleeper on you. Now Coach Softhair Hemmert, former college football player at Boston College, pretty good football mind other than the soft hair that kind of interferes with his brain capacities. Now, you would think that he would just be a mastermind at this football game. Now, old Coach Softhair, he has been struggling in the MFL ever since its inception. But he's picking number 2 overall this season, and I do believe you heard it here first, that we could see a first-time Mutant Bowl contestant. I think old Softhair Hemmert's going to be contending for a World Championship of the World. Now, of course, we can't forget about the MFL's 2-time defending and reigning Mutant Bowl world champion of the world, champion of champions, and that is old Coach Terry Houston. He's been spending the whole offseason just eating a lot of cheesesteaks, getting himself plumped up. He's got LaTanya and Latasha taking calls for him when he's not in the office, and he's ready to come out and defend that title. But don't sleep on old Coach Johnny M. Johnny Monks could sneak up and go for his third. Don't forget now, old Trash, they're a two-time defending champion as well. Well, it should be an exciting MFL season, I'll tell you that. Now, let's see. I caught up with a couple of the coaches this offseason. Let's see what they had to say. Jeff Calabrese, how do you feel about having the #1 pick in this year's MFL draft?
You know, as a coach, you always want the #1 pick, and I couldn't be happier about it. You know, you look at a guy like Adrian Peterson, there's no secrets here. Barring injury before the start of the MFL season, he's my guy, and the league better watch out this year. This is my 3rd year in the league. I'm coming to get you. Last year was a great year for the Steel Addicts. The Steel Addicts are back. Have fun playing against AP every week. I'm out.
So has it been decided then, Cal, that you will be taking Adrian Peterson with the overall #1 pick in this year's MFL draft?
It's a lock. I'm telling you right now, Steel Addicts are making Purple Jesus their goddamn #1 pick. I'm here on Cape Cod to announce it. I mean, God bless Ted Kennedy. You know, nice job in Senate, whatever. Purple Jesus is taking over the world. And not only is he taking over the world, he's taking over MFL. I dare anybody to come and try and take the championship that I'm going to get this year. This year, 2009, is the year of the Addicts. You all heard it here. It starts with AP, Purple Jesus. Jesus, take me home. I pray for you and everything you can give to me. Thank you, Lord.
Now, Mr. Cal, there is a rumor out there on the street that one Mr. Coach, Dr. Brian Daly, has proclaimed that he is not only very much smarter than you, but he knows how to assemble a football team, and you have no clue on how to do such a thing. What is your response to Dr. Daly?
Dr. Daly can take his PhD and shove it up his ASS. Because I'm going to tell you something. Team Bleeding Green, or whatever they call themselves, because all that is something of a mishmash of Philly fans, dog killing bastards. You know, I don't know what they call themselves. I have Purple Jesus. Nobody can take him from me. Nobody. So when he's trotting in that end zone, here's what I say to Daly. Heisman that, trophy this, touchdown city, Addicts. This year, the Steel Addicts will not only crush everybody, not only that, I have LaTanya backing me up, because Terry Houston will be out of his office during draft night. LaTanya coming to Hoboken to help me out on the draft. Thank you very much.
Gene,
Yeah.
if I were to say to you, Baltimore Mad Cows, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Brad.
Coach Mad Cow, how do you think your team will fare in this year's MFL?
I gotta say this, Hump. I had a really shit ton year last year. Started out fast, lost it really fast. I'm thinking this year that I'm going to really draft a little bit slower, put a couple better quality players on the squad.
Not drink as much either.
I'm probably not going to drink as much ginger and juice during the draft. I'm hoping that helps me for at least 3 rounds. So I'm not going to drink for the first 3 rounds. Now, I am going to go do some research tonight, but I'm probably going to go drink moonshine while I do it.
Well, that's going to do it for the old MFL Kickoff Preview Show. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you after the draft when we break down and scandalize and contestalize and see everything that happened in the MFL draft and see who we're picking for the season. But until then, you know what to do. Keep your eyes up on the prize, your hands up on the wheel, and your neck up.